Hi, this is Kelly at Quilter's Paradise, and today we're going to show you how we're making this beautiful quilt behind me, which we've called a Stroll in My Rose Garden. This quilt was actually designed by one of our own, Karen Lamore, and it's using two different Slit N Sew templates, the Drunkard's Path and our Melon. Both of these are 6-inch templates. So we used a fabulous fabric line by Maywood Studios called Burgundy and Blush. It's one of my favorites, and it has been out in your stores for the last month or two. So let's go over to my sewing room and I'll show you how we put this great quilt together. So to start off, we're going to need to make a number of different units. Two of them will use our Slit N Sew templates. In this case, it's our 6-inch Drunkard's Path, as well as our 6-inch Melon. Along with that, we've put in some 6-inch squares finished to make it all kind of float. Now, we do have videos showing how to put together each type of template that's showcased here, and you can find those on our YouTube station as well as our website to get the particulars and also give you some really good tips. My favorite tip is using the 28mm rotary cutter when you're cutting all of these. It just makes it much easier, quicker, and it also gives a real nice definition to your slits, so it makes it easier to see when you're sewing. So let's go on over to my sewing table and we'll start sewing together a couple of these. So we're going to start by sewing together a Drunkard's Path. Again, as you can see, both the A and B pieces have these wonderful slits in them. Sometimes harder to see in the darker colors, but they're there. So we're going to start sewing this together. And I like to have my curved piece here, down first. And we're going to go ahead and start. Now, a great tip is to make sure that our ends meet correctly. We're going to put this together squared at the edge. We're not going to start doing it like this, because then it's not going to come out straight. It's not going to come squared up. So what you do is you square up the beginning. I have my little tail here, and you're going to take about 3 or 4 stitches and needle down. I fortunately don't have an automatic needle down in this machine. And then you're going to take your slit, your first slit you come across, match it up, and you're going to sew. Again, using an accurate 1/4-inch foot. When you get past that slit, you're going to go ahead, match up the next one, and sew. Now you also can do a little tugging and adjusting. It's not going to hurt your fabric. And we're going to go ahead and do this, and then we're going to the next slit, lining up. I love this blue painter's tape here because I don't have to worry that my seam is a true 1/4-inch. It's already built in. And to get that, I used the Cut Right tool, which is your seam guide. So we're going to go ahead. We've gone past the last of the slits. So to get your bottom squared up as well, you want to lift your presser foot, and then you want to just angle your fabric here so that it comes up and it's going to be fairly square. Put that down. And away we go. Whoops. I guess I need some scissors. Alright. And we'll take off our little tail. And there you have it. So we're going to go over and press this. We press to the outside. Press away from the dark. And there you go. One Drunkard's Path down, a few more to go. So now we're going to move over to sewing our Melon together. I've already sewed one side on, and in this case, the first side you press out towards your A piece. Now we're going to put another A piece on, and we're going to, when it comes time to press it, we're going to press towards the B. So let's take this over again to the sewing machine. In this case, we're going to have our A piece down. We're going to, again, square it up to begin with. There we go. Take a couple of stitches, needle down, and now we're back to just simply sewing to the slit. Again, in this, with all of our Slit N Sew templates, you want to sew a true 1/4 inch, not a scant. That's how all of the mathematics were worked out when coming up with how far apart to put the slits. And again, just keep pulling to that slit. It's going along pretty fast. And look, no pins. You gotta love that. All right, we're gonna sew a little more, and now we're gonna stop, needle down, and I'm gonna just pull this up, and we're gonna reconfigure this. So we now have a square edge, and we're gonna sew off. Get our threads. I hate threads. And there we have it. So in this case, we're going to sew towards the B unit, which is your Melon unit. And I just use, for me, I like a little light steam. Not too much so it doesn't distort the block. We're going to flip it over and press nice. And there you go. You've got your melon. So you go on and you make some more melons. All of the number of the different sets that you're going to need to make to create this quilt will be in the download that'll show the layout, and it will give you the number of melons, the number of Drunkard's path, as well as the 6-inch finished squares. In this case, we use, to finish it off, a 1-inch inner border and a 6-inch outer border in order to showcase these beautiful roses in Maywood's Burgundy and Blush fabric. So that's how we put it all together. I hope you find this helpful and you would enjoy creating your very own rose garden. Well, thank you for joining us and getting to see how we put together our beautiful Stroll in My Rose Garden quilt. This quilt, the layout can be found in the description found below the video. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel or find us on Pinterest, Facebook, or Instagram. Or Instagram, I should say. Anyway, we would love for you to send in any quilts that you make using our templates, and we'd love to showcase them in our website. So thank you again for joining us, and a new video will be coming to you soon. Have a great day.